There are moments when you're unsure, when the tension between the two of you feels like a puzzle you can't solve. You felt his gaze linger a little too long, heard his words carry weight that wasn't there before. But do those small signs really mean what you think they do? Is it possible he's been showing you his feelings all along, without saying a word? Intimacy isn't just about what happens in the dark. It's in the subtle things, the unspoken gestures, the moments when his heart speaks louder than his lips. If you've been wondering whether he's desiring you more deeply, the clues might be right in front of you. It's time to uncover the truth. You've felt it, haven't you? That moment when his gaze locks with yours, and suddenly everything around you disappears. It's as if time stops, as if the noise of the world fades away. In that split second, you're not just anyone, you're the center of his world. You've seen the way he looks at you, the way his eyes linger a little longer than normal, like he's trying to read every part of you, every silent story you carry. But what does it really mean? Why does it make your heart race, your breath catch? It's more than just admiration. It's a look that goes deeper. It's a look that sees into who you are, who you've been, and who you're becoming. And in that moment, you're not just a passing thought. You're something more, something that matters. You see, there's a truth hidden in the way someone looks at you. A truth that tells you more than any words ever could. His eyes don't just see you. They see through you. That lingering look isn't accidental. It's intentional. It's the first sign of something that can't be put into words. Have you ever caught him staring when he thought you weren't looking? It's in those moments when his gaze softens, when his expression shifts ever so slightly, and you know it's not just the surface that he's taking in. It's you, your essence, your very being. He sees your strength, your vulnerability, your beauty. Not just on the outside, but deep down, where no one else has bothered to look. You might tell yourself, oh, it's nothing, it's just a glance. But deep down, you know it's not just a glance. It's a message. It's an invitation to understand each other on a level that goes beyond conversation, beyond the physical. His eyes are telling you things he can't say with words, things he's afraid to express, but can't help but show. The truth is, sometimes the deepest emotions are never spoken out loud. They're revealed in the quietest of ways, in a lingering look, in the way his gaze softens when he sees you smile, in how his eyes follow you when you leave the room. At first, you might doubt it. You might wonder if you're reading too much into it, if you're imagining something that isn't there. But then, as time goes on, those looks happen more often. They become harder to ignore, harder to dismiss as casual. You realize it's not just a momentary thing. It's a pattern. It's intentional. It's a desire, unspoken but undeniable. And the truth about that look, it isn't just about attraction. It's about connection. His eyes are searching for something in you. They're trying to understand the depths of your soul, the hidden parts you don't show to anyone else. It's an invitation to see him in return, to let him into the parts of you that remain untold. What happens next? Well, that's up to you. When you see that look, when you feel that pull, don't turn away. Don't pretend it's just a passing glance. Take a moment to understand what it means, what it reveals. You're not just being admired, you're being sought after, desired, valued. And in that quiet moment, you have the power to choose, to connect, to let him in, or to let the moment pass unnoticed. But understand this, his look isn't just about him, it's about you too. It's about seeing yourself through his eyes. It's about recognizing the beauty he sees in you, the part of you that's been waiting for someone to truly look, not just at your face, but into your soul. When someone truly sees you, when their eyes connect with yours on that deep, intimate level, something shifts. You become more than what you were before. You become seen. The look that speaks volumes, it's not just a look, it's an unspoken truth. A bridge to something more. Don't ever underestimate the power of that gaze. Because sometimes the eyes are the only thing that can say everything your heart is too afraid to speak. You felt it before, right? That simple touch, when his hand brushes against yours, and the whole world seems to pause for just a second. It's a small thing, maybe, just a fleeting moment in time. But in that moment, it feels like everything. It's the kind of touch that says more than words ever could. And yet you find yourself questioning it, wondering if it really means what you think it does. A hand resting just a little longer on your shoulder. A hug that holds you a beat too long. These aren't just gestures, they're messages. Messages from the soul, messages that cut through the noise and tell you exactly what words cannot. There's something about the way his fingers graze your skin that tells you more than you could ever hear. It's not the action itself that matters, it's the intention behind it. When someone touches you with intention, with purpose, with affection, it's a kind of connection that transcends the physical. It's a subtle language, all its own. A language you can feel but can't always articulate. It's in the way his touch lingers, not just out of necessity, but out of a deeper need to be closer, to let you know that he sees you, not just with his eyes, but with every part of him. You've probably wondered if you're reading into it too much. After all, it's just a touch, right? Just a simple gesture. But you know deep down that it's not just a touch. There's something else beneath the surface. Something that goes deeper than skin, deeper than the fleeting moment it lasts. When his touch is gentle yet firm, it's like he's grounding you in a way that makes everything else fade into the background. It's as if that moment is his way of saying, I'm here, I'm not going anywhere, and I'm holding on to you because I want you to feel safe. What does that touch mean? It's his way of expressing what words cannot. It's the affection he can't quite say out loud, the desire he can't quite put into words, that slight press of his palm against yours, that soft brush of his fingers against your arm. It's his vulnerability, laid bare. It's his way of inviting you into his world to share in something deeper, something more profound than what's on the surface. And as you start to notice it more, those little touches become more meaningful. You feel his presence in a way you never did before. It's like the touch is creating a thread between you, something that draws you closer, even when you're miles apart. It's a way of saying, I'm here for you, I'm with you. And isn't that what we all long for? To be truly seen, to be held, not just physically, but emotionally, to feel like we matter, like we're worth more than just passing moments. But here's the thing, you have to recognize it. You have to understand that these touches are not just casual, they're purposeful, they're deliberate, they're the foundation of something real. And as much as we want to focus on words, sometimes the truest form of communication comes in the most silent ways. You see, physical touch isn't just about the physical act. It's about what it communicates on a deeper level. When he touches you, it's his way of expressing his affection without needing to say anything at all. It's his way of showing you that he wants to be close, that he cares, that he's not just here in the physical sense, but in the emotional, in the vulnerable places too. You might have doubted this before, thinking maybe you were reading too much into it. Maybe you thought it was just a friendly gesture, a fleeting moment that meant nothing. But now, as you really think about it, you realize something. Those touches, those moments, they are more than just gestures. They are pieces of a puzzle, small pieces that, when put together, reveal something beautiful. It's not about the touch itself. It's about what it says about him. It says that he's invested. It says that he's emotionally available. It says that he cares. And when someone touches you with that kind of intent, it's not something you ignore. It's something you embrace. Because deep down, you know that touch holds the truth. The truth of his feelings, the truth of his desire, and the truth of the bond you're building together. So the next time his hand brushes against yours, or he holds you just a little longer than usual, don't just let it pass by. Feel it. Let it wash over you. Because it's telling you something important. Something that words may never capture, but something that's far more real than anything spoken. It's the touch of affection, a language all its own. And it speaks volumes. You know those moments when he speaks to you, and for a split second, everything around you feels muted. His words cut through the noise, and they settle deep inside you. You feel the weight of his words, not because of what he's saying, but because of how he's saying it. There's care in every syllable. There's a rhythm to his voice that matches the beating of your heart. You've heard people talk before, but with him, it's different. Every sentence seems like it's laced with intention. It's like he's trying to tell you something deeper, something that can't be fully captured with just simple conversation. But then there are times when he speaks, and you feel nothing. It's as if his words are empty, hollow. They don't reach you, don't resonate. You can tell he's distracted, distant, like his mind is somewhere else. In those moments, you wonder, does he really care? Does he truly see you? Or are you just a passing thought, someone he's speaking to out of obligation, not connection? Words hold power, more than we often realize. The way someone speaks to you can either build a bridge or build a wall. It's in the little things, the way he asks about your day, the way his compliments seem genuine, like they're meant to make you feel seen, not just admired. Those words mean something. They aren't random. They come from a place that desires to reach you, to know you, to understand you. But there's more to it than just the words themselves. It's how he listens. Does he lean in when you speak, like he's hanging on to every word? Does he remember the small things, the little details you've shared, the things you never thought he'd notice? Or does he forget, as if it never mattered? When someone cares for you, truly cares, they make sure their words reflect that. A simple "how are you" can carry so much weight when it's asked with real intent. When he doesn't just ask to fill the silence, but because he genuinely wants to know what's going on inside of you. When he follows up on something you mentioned days ago, showing you that your thoughts matter to him. The way he speaks to you isn't just about how he feels about you in that moment. It's about how much he values you, how much he wants to be a part of your world. His words aren't just communication, they're an expression of intimacy. It's in the little things he says, the inside jokes, the ways he checks in on you, the way he says your name. Every time he speaks to you, he's telling you something. He's telling you how much he sees you, how much he wants to know you, how much you matter. But then there are those quiet moments. The ones where words aren't necessary. When his silence speaks volumes, and you both understand each other without saying a thing. Those moments don't happen unless there's a foundation of trust built from the words he's shared with you before. Those words have set the stage for a deeper connection, one where it's not just about the things he says, but about the things he feels that are too raw to put into simple phrases. His words have created a safe space for you to exist in, to feel heard and valued. If you've ever felt his words resonate in your heart, you know exactly what I mean. You know that it's not just the words themselves, but the care behind them, the attention, the energy he puts into what he says. And when he speaks, it feels like it's meant for you, like it's something he's carefully crafted just to make you feel seen, feel understood. And in those moments, you realize that words are more than just sound. They're a reflection of intimacy, of closeness, of connection. But here's the reality. Words aren't always easy. They're not always effortless. Sometimes we hold back, unsure of how much to say, afraid of being vulnerable, of revealing too much. But when someone truly desires you, when their words are coming from a place of deep affection, they will speak. They will find the words even when it's hard. They will open up because they want you to know that you matter more than anything. You see, it's in the words that are spoken with intent, with love, with care. It's the moments when the conversation flows, and it feels like time stands still. Those words, whether they're playful or profound, are more than just communication. They're an invitation to intimacy, an invitation to connection. So when you hear his words, listen closely, feel them, let them resonate, because those words are more than just sound. They're a piece of his soul reaching out to yours. They're the bridge that connects two hearts. And when they resonate, when they hit deep within you, you'll know. You'll know that this is something real, something that has the power to change everything. You've noticed it, that slight shift in his mood when someone else gets too close to you. Maybe it's a glance, quick, sharp, filled with something you can't quite put your finger on. Maybe it's the way his voice changes, just a little, when someone else tries to make you laugh. Maybe it's in the quiet moments when you're not even paying attention, but you can feel the weight of his gaze on you, the tension in the air. It's not anger, it's not hatred, it's something else entirely. It's protectiveness, and in some strange way, it's a sign that he cares more than you might realize. Jealousy. It's a word we often hear and think of as something negative, something we're supposed to avoid. But sometimes it isn't what we think it is. Sometimes jealousy is just the heart trying to protect itself, trying to protect what matters most. You see, when someone starts to care for you in a way that goes beyond the surface, their emotions don't always fit into the neat boxes we expect them to. They get messy, they get complicated. And sometimes jealousy slips in, not as a sign of insecurity, but as a reflection of something deeper, a desire that he may not know how to express yet. A desire to keep you close, to keep you safe. It's easy to misinterpret, isn't it? The small signs. The way he clenches his jaw when someone else talks to you for too long. The way his eyes narrow just a little when you laugh with someone else. You might tell yourself it's nothing. You might think maybe I'm imagining it. He's just protective, that's all. And you'd be right, it's protective. But more than that, it's something deeper, something unspoken, something he might not even realize he feels so strongly. Because here's the truth, when a man starts to feel more for you, when he begins to care in a way that transcends friendship, things begin to change. It's like a switch gets flipped, and suddenly the people around you are no longer just people, they're competition, they're threats, not because he doesn't trust you, but because he's terrified of losing you. And in his eyes, losing you feels like losing a part of himself. It's this primal fear, a fear of something slipping through his fingers, that he can't control, that he's willing to fight for. You might feel uncomfortable with the jealousy. You might think, why is he acting like this? Does he not trust me? Why can't he just be happy for me? And I get it. It's not always easy to understand, especially when it's so subtle, so quiet. But the truth is, it's not about you. It's not about distrust. It's about him. It's about his feelings, his vulnerability, his fear of losing something that has become so important to him. His jealousy is not an accusation. It's an invitation. An invitation to understand that his feelings for you have gone deeper than friendship. That he sees you not just as someone he's close to, but as someone he can't afford to lose. This isn't about possession. This isn't about control. It's about connection. The kind of connection that runs so deep, he can't help but react when he sees something that could threaten it. It's in those moments of jealousy that you begin to see his heart more clearly. It's not anger that he feels, it's desire. It's a longing to keep you close, to protect the bond that's growing between you two. A bond that's becoming more than just a passing connection. And the more he cares, the more he's afraid of losing you. But here's where the real shift happens. The jealousy you feel from him, it doesn't need to be a burden. It doesn't need to be something that makes you uncomfortable. Instead, use it as a window into the truth. His jealousy isn't about his insecurities. It's about his commitment to you. It's a signal that he's ready to invest in something real, something meaningful, something that goes beyond the surface level interactions. And if you can understand that, if you can see past the moments of discomfort, you'll realize that what he's really saying is, I care about you in a way that's more than just casual. I care about you in a way that means I'm afraid to lose you, and I'm not afraid to show it. This isn't the jealousy of a possessive man. It's the jealousy of someone who wants to make sure that what he's found with you is something that lasts. It's the jealousy of someone who sees the potential for something more, something real. And when you understand that, when you see it for what it really is, a reflection of his feelings, you begin to understand just how much he truly cares. So the next time you see that flicker of jealousy in his eyes, don't push it away, don't dismiss it, embrace it, because it's a sign that he's not just passing through your life, he's trying to stay, he's trying to build something with you, and that, my friend, is something worth understanding. You know that feeling when you've had a long, exhausting day, and you're just about to give up, when suddenly, out of nowhere, he does something small, but significant, that completely changes everything. It might be as simple as him grabbing you a drink without asking, taking care of something you've been stressing over, or showing up just when you thought you were all alone. In those moments, it's like the world slows down for just a second, and all that frustration and fatigue fades into the background. It's not the grand gestures that move you, it's the little things, the quiet acts that speak volumes. You've seen it, haven't you? Those moments when he doesn't say a word, but his actions show you more than any conversation ever could. Maybe he brings you your favorite snack when you're too busy to ask. Maybe he notices you've been overwhelmed, and without a word takes on something you've been avoiding. He doesn't do it for praise. He doesn't do it to make you feel indebted. He does it because he wants to take care of you. He wants to make your life easier. And in doing so, he reveals something much deeper than just affection. He reveals a desire to connect with you on a level that words can't reach. It's easy to overlook these moments. It's easy to think they're just small things, just part of everyday life. But if you really take a step back and look at it, these small acts, these thoughtful, unnoticed gestures, are some of the clearest signs of intimacy. These are the moments when someone shows you they care in a way that transcends the surface level. It's not about being flashy or showing off. It's about him making your life just a little bit easier, a little bit brighter, because he sees you. He sees you not just as someone he's with, but as someone he wants to support, protect, and cherish. And let's be honest, sometimes we don't notice them at first. We get caught up in our own stress, our own worries, and we don't realize how much effort someone is putting in behind the scenes. It might not seem like much, a gesture here, a favor there, but when you really stop and think about it, you start to see a pattern. These are the actions that speak louder than words. These are the actions that build the foundation for something real, something meaningful. Think about it. When he's there for you in those quiet moments, when he notices what you need before you even ask, he's showing you something that goes beyond affection. He's showing you that he's invested. He's showing you that he's willing to put in the effort, that he's willing to go the extra mile to make sure you feel cared for. And those small acts, they mean more than the grand declarations because they're consistent, they're reliable, they're proof that he's not just interested in the big moments, the exciting things. He's invested in the everyday, in the parts of you that no one else sees, the small moments that make up your life. And in those moments, he's telling you something important. I see you, I'm here for you, and I care more than you might think. But here's the real shift. We all want to feel seen, right? We all want to know that we matter. And sometimes we wait for someone to tell us, to declare it. We wait for them to say the words, but often it's in the actions that the real message is sent. It's in the little things, the way he shows up when you least expect it, the way he takes care of things without being asked. That's where the real intimacy lies. In the moments when words aren't necessary, but the actions speak volumes. You might feel like it's just a small thing, just a simple gesture, but don't underestimate it. Because when someone goes out of their way to make your life easier, when they show up even when it's not convenient for them, they're showing you something deep. They're showing you a desire to connect, to be there for you, to take care of you in ways that go beyond the surface. It's the quiet intimacy of someone who wants to share your load, who wants to be a part of your life in a way that's meaningful and enduring. And here's the thing, those small acts, they matter. They build the foundation. They create the space for something real. And the more you start to notice them, the more you begin to understand that this is his way of saying, I'm here, I'm present, I care. When you realize that, when you recognize that his actions are speaking louder than any words, something inside you shifts. You start to see the depth of his feelings, not in the big gestures, but in the quiet moments. And that, my friend, is where the real connection begins. Because the small things, the subtle acts of service, are the things that hold the weight of something much deeper. Something that has the power to change everything. Have you ever noticed the way he talks about his past? The way his voice drops, just for a moment, when he opens up about something he's never told anyone else. It's not the surface level stuff we all say when we're just passing time. It's deeper. It's raw. It's the kind of honesty that feels like it could shatter him if it were exposed too widely. And yet he's telling you, he's sharing it with you. There's a weight to it, something you can almost feel in the air when he opens up in a way he never does with anyone else. Do you realize what that means? It means that, for him, you've become someone he trusts, someone he's willing to be vulnerable with. In a world that teaches us to hide our scars, you know the world tells us that vulnerability is weakness. Don't you? That showing your pain or your fear is a sign that you're not strong enough, not tough enough. But he's standing there, bare, with his truth spilling out in pieces, hoping you won't look away. And that, right there, is one of the most powerful things he can give you. It's not just his words, it's his trust. It's him saying, I'm not perfect. I have my wounds, my fears, my moments of weakness. And I'm letting you see them, because I need you to understand that side of me. When a man opens up about his struggles, when he tells you about the things that keep him up at night, it's not about looking for sympathy. It's about wanting you to see him, really see him, without the armor he wears to the world. It's a rare gift, that kind of openness. Because let's face it, it's easier to keep things bottled up. It's easier to pretend everything's fine, to wear that mask and convince the world that you have it all together. But when he chooses to remove that mask, when he chooses to let you in, that's a signal. It's a signal that he wants something more with you. He wants something real, something that isn't built on the superficial, the easy, or the convenient. And here's the thing, the fact that he's opening up to you is not just a coincidence, it's a sign that he's ready to share his most vulnerable parts with you, to let you see him, not just in his glory, but in his mess. He's showing you his flaws, his deepest fears, his dreams that still feel too fragile to be fully realized. He's giving you access to the core of who he is. And that, my friend, is not something he does lightly. You might feel a rush of emotions when he shares these things with you. Maybe you feel touched. Maybe you feel unsure about how to respond. You might even feel a little overwhelmed by the weight of what he's trusting you with. And that's okay. It's a lot to carry. But understand this, that vulnerability, that raw honesty, it's a foundation. It's the groundwork for a deeper connection. It's the beginning of something real, something that can't be broken easily because it's built on truth. It's easy to ignore vulnerability. It's easy to dismiss it as something fleeting, something that doesn't matter. But when you start paying attention, when you start noticing the way someone shares their heart, their fears, their dreams, you'll see it for what it really is, an invitation. An invitation to connect with them on a level that goes far beyond surface level attraction or polite conversation. It's an invitation to be a part of something deeper, something that matters. And when you realize this, something shifts inside you. You stop seeing vulnerability as a weakness and start seeing it as the powerful, transformative force that it is. Because the truth is, intimacy isn't built on perfection. It's built on the willingness to be open, to be honest, to expose the parts of ourselves that we usually keep hidden. And when he shares that vulnerability with you, when he lets you into the parts of him that he's never shown anyone else, it's not just a sign of trust, it's a sign that he's ready to build something real with you. So, the next time he opens up to you, the next time he lets you see his struggles, his fears, or his dreams, don't take it lightly. Don't dismiss it. Recognize it for what it is. An invitation to get closer. An invitation to step into a space where real connection happens, where love grows in the cracks of vulnerability, and where something deeper than anything you've known before can begin to take root. Because that's where the magic happens. When you can both stand there, stripped of the armor, no pretenses, no masks, and just be with each other, fully seen, fully heard, that's where everything changes. And that's when you know you're no longer just two people passing through each other's lives. You're becoming something real, something powerful, something built on the kind of trust that doesn't come easy, but is worth everything when it's finally given. You know that feeling when you've had a tough day, and instead of pulling away, he does the exact opposite. He doesn't just text a "hope you're okay" or a casual "let me know if you need anything." No, he makes the time, he listens, he shows up. It's in these moments that you start to realize this is more than just the usual, it's more than passing interest or fleeting attraction. It's a sign that he's invested, it's a sign that he values your presence, your feelings, your heart, more than his own comfort or convenience. Time. It's one of the most precious resources we have. And when someone chooses to spend their time with you, especially when they have 1,000 other things pulling them in different directions, that's something significant. It's a silent declaration that you matter. It's a gesture that speaks volumes without saying a word. You see, a man's true feelings are often measured not by what he says, but by where he places his time, his energy, his focus. When he gives you his time, he's giving you a piece of himself. And that's something not everyone is willing to do. You've felt it, haven't you? The way he listens without distractions, the way he gives you his full attention when you speak, even when the world around you seems to be pulling him in a dozen different directions. He could be doing anything else, yet he chooses to be there with you. That moment when he chooses to be present, fully present, when you need him, it's a powerful thing. It's not a coincidence. It's not something he does because it's easy or convenient. He does it because he cares, because he wants to be there for you in every way possible. And yet, how often do we overlook this? How often do we look for the big gestures, the grand declarations, the flashy moments, and miss the quieter, more intimate signs that are right in front of us? When a man is truly interested in you, when he wants something deeper, he won't just talk about his feelings, he will show you. He'll carve out time in his life for you. No excuses, no delays, no distractions. This is where it hits, doesn't it? We've all been there, waiting for someone to show us they care in big, grandiose ways. But what if the real love, the real connection, is in the moments that seem small but are so much more powerful than anything that can be wrapped up in a box or put into words? What if those late-night conversations, those spontaneous walks, those times when he makes space for you in his life, are the true signs of his desire for something more, something real? You might have doubted it, haven't you? You've probably wondered if you're just someone to pass the time with, if his actions are just out of convenience or habit. But think about it. When someone truly invests their time in you, when they prioritize you over the noise of their daily life, that's a choice. And choices are not made lightly. They are made because something inside him wants to be closer to you. He wants to know you better. He wants to be a part of your life in a way that goes beyond just passing moments. This isn't about the flashy things. This isn't about grand gestures that are meant to impress. This is about the quiet moments, the real moments. The times when he could have been anywhere, doing anything, but he chose to be with you. He chose to be present. He chose to listen. He chose to show up for you when it wasn't convenient. And that right there is where the transformation begins. And now, in those moments, you begin to realize something profound. It's not about the showy displays of affection, the dramatic scenes in the movies. It's about the everyday consistency. It's about how he consistently makes the effort to be there for you. It's about the time he spends, not because he has to, but because he wants to. And that in itself speaks louder than anything else ever could. When you understand this, something inside you shifts. You stop looking for validation in the wrong places, and instead, You start recognizing the truth in the quiet moments. The truth that someone can care for you in ways that don't always demand attention, but speak volumes to your heart. The truth that his time, his presence, is more valuable than any words he could ever say. And that's when you realize deeply and fully that this is real, that this connection is worth holding on to, that his investment is a promise, one that goes far beyond surface level attraction. It's a promise that he's here for you now and in the moments to come. Because time, it's not something you can get back. And when someone gives it to you, when they choose to invest in you, it's the clearest sign that they see you, that they value you, that they care in a way that goes beyond the ordinary. And when that realization hits you, when you understand that time is the truest currency of love and connection, you'll know that this is the beginning of something deeper, something meaningful. And it's real. Have you ever caught him in a moment talking about the future? Maybe it's in passing, maybe it's more serious, but you've heard it. The way he casually mentions plans, but this time there's something different. You're in, whether he's talking about where he wants to travel, what his goals are, or even just the simple things he's picturing it with you by his side. And in that moment, it hits you. It's not just about the plans, it's about you. He's already weaving you into his future. And when you realize that, something stirs deep inside you. It's easy to think about the future in vague terms, dreams of what we want to accomplish, places we want to go. But when someone starts talking about you as part of their future, that's not a passing thought. That's a deeper connection. It's one thing to mention you in the present moment, in the here and now. But it's something entirely different when he starts talking about life beyond today, beyond this moment, and includes you without hesitation. That's intimacy. That's a silent, unspoken promise that says, I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about us. It's those little conversations that hit hardest, isn't it? The ones where he talks about things years down the road, where he imagines you both in a different place, a different chapter. He doesn't have to say, I love you in that moment. He doesn't have to make grand promises or declarations. All he has to do is picture you there. That's enough, because in those words, he's telling you everything. He's telling you that his life, his path, is already better with you in it. He's telling you that he sees you not as a moment, but as a part of his future. And that's powerful. But here's the truth. It's not just the words. It's the quiet understanding behind them. It's how effortlessly those plans roll off his tongue. There's no hesitation. He doesn't stumble when he says it. And why would he? Because you've already become a fixture in his life, in his mind. And when someone starts to imagine a life with you in the future, it's not just about wanting you around for a few weeks or months. It's a reflection of a deeper bond. He's already begun to see you as someone who is essential to his life, someone who fits into his bigger picture, someone he wants to grow with. Now, let me be clear, this isn't about him needing to lay out the entire future, about planning every detail of what's to come. It's about the feeling. It's about the fact that he's comfortable enough with you to imagine it. It's about him including you in those unspoken moments. And when you recognize that, something shifts inside of you. You start to understand the depth of his feelings, not through what he says, but through how effortlessly he envisions you beside him. When he talks about the future and you're there, it's a sign that he's not just here for the moment, that he's not just looking for something temporary, he's looking for something deeper, something lasting. He wants to build a life with you in it. And that's the kind of intimacy that goes beyond physical connection. It's emotional, it's real, it's vulnerable. And here's the breakthrough. The moment you realize that he's imagining a future with you, you realize you've crossed a threshold. It's no longer just about what you have now. It's about what you could have, what you could build together. The plans he mentions are more than just casual thoughts. They're an invitation to become part of his life in a way that's not temporary, not fleeting, but lasting. And in that realization, something changes. You see the potential. You see what he's seeing. And in that moment, you realize that his vision of the future includes you in a way that feels solid, secure. When you hear those words, whether they're about a trip, a house, or something as simple as an evening together in the future, understand this. He's telling you everything. He's telling you that he's already imagining a life with you. He's already investing in the idea of you two growing together. And there's no going back from that. The future you've been dreaming of, it's already being built, piece by piece, in his mind, with you at its center. And when that realization hits you, deep in your soul, you know that this is more than just a passing connection. It's the beginning of something lasting, something real, something that's been built on trust, connection, and the quiet understanding that in his heart you belong.